Going to follow that breaking news from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Officials there declaring a state of emergency following a night of unrest.
And it's all after a police officer shot an unarmed man as he got into an SUV with 3 young children. That shooting has been captured on video. WGN's Mike Lowe is live in Kenosha with the latest. Mike.
Micah and Sean, good evening to both of you. After a night of unrest that saw property being vandalized and some municipal vehicles being set on fire, we've had another very tense day here in Kenosha after an unarmed man was shot. Of course, that video of him being shot was shared widely on the internet and on social media. The video lasts about 20 seconds. It starts as 29-year-old Jacob Blake walks around the front of a parked silver SUV. Police officers are following him with their guns drawn, and once Blake opens the door, officers fire at least 7 shots toward Blake's back. Officers say they were responding to a domestic violence call, but activists describe Blake as a good Samaritan who had broken up a fight between 2 people. The corner of 40th Street and 28th Avenue in Kenosha is the center of an ongoing national discussion about race and policing.
I've lived here 15 years of my life, probably.
But for Aaron Campuzano, it's the corner where he lives.
If it was probably somebody that was white, they probably would have just dragged him from his hand and took him out of his car and threw him on the ground.
The shooting of Jacob Blake inflamed Kenosha and set off a night of unrest. At the scene of the shooting, activists staged a news conference to denounce police brutality.
Asking for the arrest and prosecution of the 2 officers who shot an unarmed man with 2 children in the car.
We, as in black people, are tired of the police always attacking us.
Before Jacob was gunned down, he was breaking up an altercation that he had nothing to do with. But in the eyes of a racist killer cop, that is not what they saw. Jacob's black skin was weaponized.
A small group then marched toward the Kenosha County Courthouse, where they held a demonstration. The Wisconsin Department of Justice will investigate whether the use of force was justified. After the shooting, the Wisconsin governor issued a statement in which he said he stood against the excessive use of force and immediate escalation when engaging with black Wisconsinites. But the Kenosha Police Union responded with a written statement of their own, saying, quote, "Until that investigation is completed, we ask that you withhold prejudgment about the incident and please let the process take place." Governor Evers' statement on the incident was wholly irresponsible and not reflective of the hardworking members of the law enforcement community. And back at the scene of the shooting, bystanders are asking for more humanity and less hate.
Being a human being, no matter what color you are, blue, green, or orange, if the police do that to anybody, they need to face justice.
And that has been what demonstrators have been demanding all day. For the better part of 24 hours, they have been demanding justice. And a number of them wanted to hear from the mayor of Kenosha this afternoon. The mayor had been scheduled to give an afternoon news conference outside across the street from County Courthouse today alongside the NAACP. But that news conference was abruptly moved inside, which led to some more tense moments.
Answer your people! Answer your people!
As you can see, there was a chaotic scene as the protesters attempted to get inside and speak with the mayor, attempting to force their way into the building, even trying to pull the door down. Police in riot gear stepped in, guarding the entrance, and at one point spraying the crowd with some kind of irritating substance. The mayor did eventually speak, vowing to fully investigate the shooting. Now, also today, Lakeisha Bookers, Jacob Blake's fiance, says she was with her 3 young kids, ages 8, 5, and 3, and with Blake. She says she did not call the police and that Blake was unarmed.
They didn't even know the kids was in the car. And I'm telling the woman cop, I'm like, can you please get back before I shoot you, get back. Like these officers is head, I'm like, shoot me, my kids is in the car. We're just shooting them with the kids in the back screaming. That don't make no sense that you treat somebody like that. Who unarmed, not giving you no problem, he ain't throw no punch or nothing.
And tonight, Blake remains in serious condition at Froedtert Hospital in Milwaukee. And tonight, the Wisconsin Department of Investigation says they will conduct a swift investigation of this case. Reporting live tonight in Kenosha, Mike Lowe, WGN News.
All right, Mike, thank you.